of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the Diz Insider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical. Welcome to another episode of the Extra Magic Hour, your park-centric show here at Walt's Apartment Productions. I am one of your hosts, Sam, and today we're going to be talking about changes coming to some of our favorite theme parks, potentially a 5th plus gate at Walt Disney World,
Maybe.
and more spooky season talk for Halloween Horror Nights. But before we get started, we want to thank our sponsors, Sunken City Design, Getaway Today, and We're in the Park. And a big shout out to our Lamplighters, our Patreons, who are keeping the conversation going over on our absolutely free Discord. So come join us over there if you haven't yet. It's a lot of fun. There's links in the show notes to check out everything. But before we dive into our topics, let's say hi to the rest of the team today. Courtney, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk parks. Always.
Got lots of news.
Yes.
Kelly, how about you?
I'm good. We've got quite the rundown today, so we better get to it.
Yep. And Joey, Mr. Joey, how are you, sir?
Good. Glad to be here for Extra Magic Evening, since it's more than an hour, probably with all the news, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Hey, we make it work. We do something special.
Somehow our magic pixie dust makes everything an hour.
Not the pixie dust.
No.
So
never.
we are recording this on 626 Day. And we got some special guests in the parks for 626 Day today. Never before seen.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah. Gantu
was in the parks. Now, this was at Walt Disney World. I didn't see him.
And Mr. Hamsterville.
Because Stitch does do a show at Disneyland right now, but he does not have Gantu and Hamsterville with him. So
It's pretty cool.
And we were talking.
They're like, you're not in the
we
movie.
went
You're
live. Yeah. We were talking before we were live. We're like, we don't remember Hamsterville, but he was Leroy and Stitch the movie. So
And the TV show.
I always
And the
forget
TV
that
show, yeah.
Lilo and Stitch has a bunch of sequels and a series and all kinds of things. But we are getting another Stitch sequel. Lilo and Stitch 2 was announced today for a 626 Day. And it's going to be another live action sequel to the Lilo and Stitch that was very successful this summer. So looking forward to seeing what they do with that. And maybe they'll answer some questions about how Nani and Lilo continue their relationship.
And bring Gantu into the sequel because people.
I mean, they did say that he didn't work, so in live action, so maybe not. But there are some sequels out there for the animated version, but they were all like, yeah, maybe we'll get a Hamsterville. Maybe that was a clue. But those were all like direct to video release or direct to DVD release. So this is actually getting a theatrical release.
Well, hopefully they do something more just 100% original than a carbon copy of a direct-to-DVD.
Right.
Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to get much more original with it because the directed DVD ones were okay, but they were not as good as the original.
Hence the fact we're sitting here like, wait, who was Hamsterville?
Right.
Well, we've got some exciting. Would you say it's a rumor? Would you say it's official, Courtney?
I would say that they can do it if they want to.
So
kind of a rumor, but not really.
Rumor has it that by 2045, there could be a 5th gate and a smaller 6th and 7th gate at Walt Disney World.
So Florida has these like land use like agreement hearings and stuff like that. So they're saying, or according to Disney Food Blog, land use time has rolled around again, and Disney has the green light for a 5th major theme park at Disney World if they choose to build it. This is not saying that a 5th gate is actually coming. It's just saying, hey, you can do this if you choose. They said it's not surprising, according to recently filed land use documents, which come around regularly. Disney has officially approved land to build 1 major theme park, 2 minor theme parks, which I don't know what constitutes a minor theme park, but and new hotels across the resort. So they said, here's the breakdown. A minor park is approved by the Oversight District, and it shows up on the docks in 2035. A major park could happen by 2045, but again, this is only land use approval, not that Disney is actually going to do it. And this doesn't mean construction is starting, just that Disney has permission to move forward if and when it's ready. And no new park plans have been filed yet, but it's a clear sign that expansion is still very much on the table.
And we all kind of expected that to come. So they filed permits essentially, but
essentially
they don't have anything announced to do with the space.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with it, but they did get approved to build if they so choose to.
I wonder if like a water park is considered like a minor park.
That's what I was thinking.
That could be.
Yeah.
But do we need a third one? I mean, I get it. It's Florida. It's hot, but like they just.
It depends on what the concepts are. I mean,
usually only one theme park is open at a time, and just right now they're both open at the same time. For the first time in a long time. So
I mean, I'm not saying that the minor park is a water park. I'm just saying it could be considered a minor park.
Okay. Yeah.
They could do a smaller thing. Yeah. So.
They could also do a kids park like Universal's doing.
True.
Like
that would be interesting for Disney. That would be very interesting.
Either way, I'm here for expansion because that's less foot traffic in the parks that we already have. Spread out the guests a little bit, and give us some more magic. So
yeah, they have all that room in Florida. So
yeah, I'm just thinking like the ideas of I was thinking about the ideas of a water park too, and I'm thinking like how cool would a like full blown pirate themed water park be? I think that would be
be very cool.
So
for sure. What about an entire SEA park, though, Joey?
Of course, I'd be down for that. So.
I'm like, I have to throw it in there.
But with the major park,
don't threaten us with a good time.
With the major park, I mean, maybe it's a, when Mr. Diamaro was at a competitor's park, and maybe they'll do the Disney Epic Galaxy Universe. The lab park.
Right.
The portal of all portals.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it is now time for our hidden history segment of the show, where we uncover the lesser known moments that shaped theme parks. This week, we are going to be covering from June 23rd to the 26th in the information that we have. And we've got some interesting milestones. From gondolas in Disneyland to century-old roller coasters. Let's dive right in. Got some that you guys are not going to expect because they're parks that we've never talked about.
No.
So
nice.
My computer's not wanting to blow up my image for me, but that's okay because it's on my phone still. Okay. So June 23rd, 1956. Disneyland Skyway debuts. Disneyland opened the Skyway gondola rides to both Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, an aerial shortcut that floated guests over the park for nearly 4 decades. And then June 23rd, 1963, the Enchanted Tiki Room opens. We know that's where we get our audio animatronic birds from, and Polynesian Charm. And then June 25th, 1967, America the Beautiful debuts in Disneyland. And then June 26th, 1927, Coney Island Cyclone opens, which is their wooden coaster, an iconic ride that still thrills people a century later. That's
still open today.
That's a legacy.
What year again?
1927. So, it's about to be 100 years. Yeah.
Holy crap!
Does that one break your back like Ghost Rider does? It's a very rickety roller coaster.
I'm trying to see how long the Giant Dipper at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk has been around, because that's an original one too, and that surprisingly is smooth, but I don't think it's quite as old.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. And then June 24th, 1876, Forest Park opens in St. Louis. And it was a lesser known but historic milestone because Forest Park opened foreshadowing modern amusement style landscapes and public park displays. June 26, 1971, Sugar Tree Amusement Park had an issue. So it was a lakeside amusement park. And a manager made headlines announcing a $35 million expansion plan for Virginia's Sugar Tree Park. And it never took off. And it pretty much ruined their entire park. Everything. So that was in 1971. I guess you can't just announce you're going to make a $35 million expansion without approval.
Right.
And
that's a little insane for the times.
And Dollywood turned 40 today.
Yay!
Oh, Dollywood.
Happy birthday, Dollywood.
Yeah.
I want to eventually get there.
Yeah, I want to go there too.
Me too.
No, with that sugar one, that just shows like how much of a gamble, like, and that was in 71, but like how much of a gamble that, Walt Disney had with Disneyland, and, it could have totally bankrupted the entire company, and,
Well, we're glad that it didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
All right. We love talking about various theme parks, all of them, any of them that have news for us to share. And we also have friends who love to go to as many theme parks as they can to create scavenger hunt game packs for us. So let's hear from Where in the Park.
Hey fam, what scavenger hunt are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park.
Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do. So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
The amazing game. We're in the park right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers, as we are, it's a fun, challenging even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, we got
still
this
a challenge.
Oh no, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
Check
They get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
it'll tell you
they'll
where.
give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, weareinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
We appreciate We're in the Park.
You know, they're awesome.
We love that.
Amanda.
Get you some We're in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at weareinthepark.com.
Definitely head on over to weareinthepark.com and grab yourself some game packs for the next time that you're in the parks. So you don't have to wait in long lines. You get to go have an adventure without waiting around. We are going to move back to Walt Disney World because there's tons of news and announcements coming out of Walt Disney World. So I'm going to let Kelly take this one. Tell us about Starlight, Kelly.
Yeah, so we've got some exciting updates to old announcements, but Disney Starlight, the new nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom, is going to be twice nightly at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m., and it will make its way down Main Street, USA, and travel along the parade route towards Frontierland. So the standard parade route at Magic Kingdom. This is really interesting to me because normally Magic Kingdom closes at like 11 p.m. So I don't know if they're staying open later or if the second parade is after the park closes like California Adventure does for the second World of Color show. But that's going to be very cool to see that late at night. And I'm excited about it. I know, I'm so excited about it. I really hope they have it when we go in December, but I'm not sure.
Are they running a fireworks show at Magic Kingdom?
I think they're still doing Happily Ever After, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they're still doing
I know during like the Christmas party, they have their own fireworks. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They'll have that.
Yeah, then the 11 o'clock is weird. It's like, because that sounds like, oh, this will be the kiss goodnight. But if they're still doing fireworks, or maybe it's between the. That looks really cool.
We will report back to you guys once we find out exactly what they're doing with that. So
yeah, I just thought it was a little weird that 11 o'clock because normally they close pretty early. Magic Kingdom does, or at least it's the latest. It's usually the latest park with Epcot, but yeah, 11 p.m. would be like starting the parade as it's closing, right?
So yeah.
And I mean, at that point, just stay up until midnight. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And I think during Christmas time, they said that they were going to still play this, but I think it's before the party. Like, so they'll probably put it down to one viewing.
Yeah.
We will let you guys know at the end of July once we figure out what they're doing. So
yeah. And then we got some more exciting updates to Villains Land coming to the Magic Kingdom. We have a new synopsis. So it says, prepare for spellbinding thrills and wickedly entertaining experiences as Walt Disney World unveils Villains Land at Magic Kingdom Park, bringing iconic Disney villains to life like never before. This bold new park expansion will feature 2 major attractions, dining and shopping on an incredibly twisted grand scale. There's still no opening date or an opening year, but sounds like pretty cool land. I'm so excited. We're getting 2 major attractions. So that is going to be fun.
We've heard that we're getting 2 major attractions.
I believe that. Well, we knew that we were at least getting 1. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know if we
thought
knew
it was
that we
1.
were
I didn't know if we knew 2.
Yeah, I've heard a Maleficent roller coaster, and then that caused a controversy. Like, why not the Yzma? That it writes itself. So
yeah.
Everybody's still like, we need the Yzma and Kronk roller coaster.
But,
I mean, I still think that they could make Maleficent's castle a dark ride of some sorts, like Monsters Unchained. But I know that they don't want to be exactly like Dark Universe, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we really haven't gotten very much information, but we can tell from the concept art that Maleficent was going to be like the primary, attraction.
And I love that they're using Lorcana art for the character profiles.
Yes.
All right. And still in the Magic Kingdom.
Yes, this time we've got some closure updates. So the Frontierland station at Magic Kingdom is going to be starting to be closed on July 7th. And will run in shuttle mode as construction kicks off for Villains Land and Cars Land and all the big changes coming to Magic Kingdom.
With new adventures come saying goodbye to some of the classics, though.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit. Just till the construction's done. It's
a lot of Frontierland.
I mean, yes, okay, they are closing some things for good, but the train is still open. They're just running in a shuttle mode, and it will return after construction is done. Don't worry about the train.
Yes. Speaking of rerouting things, also the friendship boats, which are a transportation option at Epcot, are changing their routes with guests going between Canada and Germany. So usually they would go from Canada to Morocco, but the Moroccan dock is being closed for now. So guests can go back and forth between the Germany. So they're going to the Germany dock. They've had the Germany dock, but they've rarely used it since 2016. And even since the parks reopened after COVID, they just really haven't used it. So now there's a new route to save a few steps between Germany and Canada. So
get your Canadian beer, then go straight to your German beer.
Absolutely. Yes. And then you could go see Dopey in the teddy bear shop.
Or because that one still doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Still does not make sense to me. I was asking about after hours events last week when we were recording, and I said, do we have a lot of information? And we were like, no, this is just what we know. So we've got some planning tips from Disney. So Hollywood Studios is going to have their after hours events from 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on select evenings that are ticketed. To get the most out of your time, they say you can come in at 7 p.m. That's when you're allowed to come in before the official event begins. If you have an after hours ticket, you do not need to make a park reservation to come in before the event officially starts. They are going to have Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, Slinky Dog Dash, Toy Story Mania, Alien Swirling Saucers, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway open for the after hours events. And they haven't announced characters, but we know that characters are everywhere during after hours events. Around the park, there are going to be outdoor bars ready to serve brews and select cocktails. And then over at Oka's Cantina, your favorite DJ will be over there serving up his music.
Rex.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then food and drinks will also be available at the Rock Station, Milk Stand, Woody's Lunchbox. So there are going to be select snacks like ice cream, popcorn, bottled beverages that are part of your ticket. And those dates are July 2nd, July 9th, July 16th, July 23rd, July 30th, August 6th, August 20th, August 27th, and September 3rd. So we also did get information on Epcot After Hours. And for Epcot After Hours, you'll be able to ride Cosmic Rewind, Remy's, Frozen Ever After, Soarin', Grand Fiesta Tour, Living with the Land, Mission Space, The Seas with Nemo and Friends, and Spaceship Earth. And you'll be able to meet Mickey, Goofy, and Minnie. Mickey will be at the Dreamer statue, which my heart. Goofy will be at the DJ Dance Party in Communicore Plaza, and Minnie will be at the France Gazebo. So definitely don't skip out on Goofy's DJ Dance Party. That sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that sounds like he'll be doing the perfect cast. from a Goofy movie.
Yep. And
I'm picturing the old cartoons real quick, like DJing with Goofy. Goofy learns how to DJ. Watch what he does right now.
Right.
And of course, food open. It's an after hours event. So there are going to be kiosks around the world showcase, Kringla Bakery, and Rose and Crown Pub. And again, snacks will be included with your ticket prices. The 2025 Epcot After Hours dates are June 26th, July 10th, 24th, 31st, and August 7th, 14th, 28th, and September 11th and 25th. So
they started it today.
Yes. Yep. And tickets are available on Disney's website. We do have Magic Kingdom After Hours too.
But in 2026, so not this year.
Yes, in 2026. They have not announced After Hours for them, but they are still putting on the free arrival day water park option for resort guests.
Nice.
So
this is a cool thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're willing to make the most of it and go on the rides and take care of the low wait times and things like that, it's worth it.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier at Hollywood Studios since it's more compact than like Epcot and stuff.
Absolutely. And Joey likes it for the free popcorn.
Yep.
I've never done an after hours, but I've done an extra magic hour where you get into the park beforehand.
Yeah.
And that was like Toy Story Land had only been open like a year, I think, when I did it. And it was worth every dollar spent. Because by the time we had already finished everything in Toy Story Land, and as we were walking out, the line to get on Slinky Dog Dash was already down and out. This is park opening by the Little Mermaid show.
Yeah.
Slinky Dog Dash is still a long line.
You didn't need a shade when you're eating at the time,
Right.
too. So.
No.
Exactly, because it was early morning. And I mean, Joey and I have paid for early morning for Universal, for Super Nintendo Land, which that is very helpful too, especially when it was like brand new. In its first year, it was an extra $20. I'm sure Disney's was a lot more than that, but it was $20 and we got in, an hour before park opening. So
I don't think it says how much the tickets are for the after hours.
Yeah, but I'm sure that extra magic morning was more than $20.
Yeah, it was a couple hundred.
Exactly.
For three of us. So I think we paid, it ended up being like $400 for three of us.
But it's still worth it.
It is.
It's your only time going.
And there is there's almost nobody in the park. You get at the park 2 hours to yourself in the morning. Rode Slinky Dog Dash like 3 times in a row.
I don't think they have anything like that anymore.
No, not in the morning, but that's what these after dark ones are about.
Yeah.
But they're cheaper. The after hours are cheaper than the extra magic hours are.
Well, and I would rather be at.
That's what they were.
I would rather be at the park at night when it's cooler than during the day when it's hot, or in the morning when it's hot.
I like that more.
I think it can still be more hot in the morning.
I know it rains more in Florida, but I like that little. When you get to the park so early, the streets are all wet from just the rinsing.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, parents are more likely to get their kids up early for something than keeping them up late at night.
Right.
So, all right. Before we get to our special travel tip, we've got some news from Pirates in Disneyland. Joey, what do we got?
Yes. So because it's so hard to believe at times, but Disneyland people tend to complain. But starting July 1st, the Pirates of the Caribbean will no longer be offered as a Lightning Lane attraction at Disneyland. So posted on Dr. Disney's Instagram here, many guests have not been thrilled with Pirates having a Lightning Lane. They've complained that it has caused a standby line to be much longer. Pirates was added as a Lightning Lane back in January while they were, getting ready for Haunted Mansion and Tiana's and all that stuff. So they just had to offer it up. But I mean, I see why they were complaining, but I mean, even without the lightning lane, the lines will get long for Pirates anyways, because it's Pirates.
I know, and Pirates, it like since the inception of like Lightning Lane or even Fast Pass, Pirates has gone back and forth all the time. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. It's because it's not really needed. It's a boat ride, and the line is continuous. Like it really doesn't get that long. It's like maybe 30 minutes on a busy day. It could get up to like 45, 50, but like. That's the highest it really goes. Most of the time, it's a 10 to 15 minute wait, 25 max. But like that's why it fluctuates so much. And the reason why is because we lost Splash Mountain, we lost Haunted Mansion all at the same time. I think with the holiday overlays, Small World was going down. Small World is a lightning lane. Splash Mountain was a lightning lane. Haunted Mansion. It was a lightning lane. So we lost 3 lightning lanes. And so they were like, we need to get, like, we can't just take away and still have people pay for this service. So that's why they gave us Pirates of the Caribbean. So I never saw it as a permanent fixture. Especially since I've seen it come and go so many times.
Well, we knew it was going to be temporary, and like I said, the line looks so long sometimes because the queue is so much smaller than it is at a Magic Kingdom. So you see a couple people just going up the ramp. It's like, oh my God, it's like an hour. It's like, no, it's just about 30 minutes. It's still not too bad.
Yeah.
I think I did see Pirates longer than normal during this time with the Lightning Lane, where it was up and around the archway for up by, up on the top. Fast. But it still goes pretty fast, and I don't think we ever waited more than 25, 30 minutes for it. I think that it kind of clogged up the area in New Orleans a little bit because sometimes it got really long, especially when there wasn't anywhere to go with Haunted Mansion and all of that was closed off.
Yeah.
So I think people felt it a little bit more than they normally would, being in like construction land. But yeah, I think we don't need it on Pirates. If they've given us back Haunted, they've given us Tiana's, they've given us back Small World. And if they kept it off of Pirates, people are gonna go back to the 5-10 minute wait that it was. So.
And the train station. Stopped.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah, the train station stopped. Yeah, I think that area was just too small, and it just seemed very claustrophobic for people to be in it, especially be in a line.
And flow of traffic is something that is huge in an amusement park or a theme park. It is huge.
Yeah. And when construction is happening, I mean, you felt it at Epcot too when it was construction land, like. You could only go certain ways, and you could only go around the corner and things like that. So, I mean, no matter how big a park is, if there's walls up, if there's lines everywhere, people are going to feel that it's more crowded than it actually is.
Well, with all of this Lightning Lane talk, it's time for our... This is the Travel Minute, brought to you by Extra Magic Hour and Walt's Apartment Productions. All right. Courtney, what do you got for us?
So I have one for each coast.
Let's go.
So on Disneyland coast, on the West Coast, it doesn't take much planning, but I do recommend that like you start with like the one that is closest to when you want to ride. So like if you walk in the park and Star Tours is at 10 o'clock and it's 9:50. Get that one because you can get another one right away after you've scanned into that. If there is a brand new ride or like one of the major rides like Indiana Jones and you see that it's way far out, get that because you'll trigger the 120 minute rule and then you'll be able to make a new lightning lane within 2 hours. But on Walt Disney World, make sure you have those 3 lightning lanes before you even step into the park. Because you can do them like up, I think, a week before if you're staying on property. So make sure you have those 3 because the minute you scan one, you can get another one. And you want to always be having a lightning lane.
So do you want to walk through for people who may not have heard our first conversations about getting lightning lanes, how you get a lightning lane?
So the lightning lane is going to be on the app, either the Walt Disney World one or the Disneyland one. It's going to ask for it. There's going to be like a multi-pass and then a single pass. Multi-pass is you get access to multiple attractions in the park, and you can only go on it one time, but you get like access to like, I want to say between both parks, it's about at least 20 attractions or so. I forgot the number, but like that's what a multi-pass is. A multi-pass is you get basically access to all of the rides that have a lightning lane. But you can only ride them once. It is for a fee. The single pass is going to be like your Rise of the Resistance. Yes, multi-pass. It's going to be like Rise of the Resistance and Radiator Springs Racers over at Disneyland. Those are the ones that I have like right off the top of my head. It's going to be different at Walt Disney World. But those are, you're going to have to pay to ride at a specific time. So you're going to have to like, well, not at Disneyland. You don't get to choose a time. But at Walt Disney World, you get to choose a time. But you do have to pay for that.
And pay for each person, too.
Exactly.
So, the single pass, I still hate these names, the single pass and the multi-pass. I always think that they should be kind of flipped because it just doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, it does make sense, but it's a very generic name for something. And then the lightning lane, what we're talking about is the actual return line that you go to. So there's the lightning lane at the actual attraction, the line, the multi-pass in the app to buy to get the multiple attractions, and the single pass to buy to get the single attraction pass. So there's lots of different names for lots of different things.
So it's kind of like the old Fast Pass system, but and Fast Pass Plus, but you don't get that extended booking time. You get a week at Walt Disney World. It's day of in Disneyland, right? And you're paying for it. It's not free. It doesn't come with your resort stay. So
I mean, I think you can still buy it with your day ticket if you purchase the tickets. Like you can buy Lightning Lane with it, but as an annual pass holder, you have to wait till you get in the park. You have to physically go into the gate before you can actually buy it.
Wild behavior.
Well, and the ticket also, if you buy it with your ticket, you can't make a lightning lane or multi-pass until you're in the park either.
Yeah, makes sense.
And like one tip I always tell people too about lightning lanes, I don't know about Walt Disney World, but at least at Disneyland, use them for your photos. Because if you get lightning lane, the photo pass downloads and attraction rides are included. So you can download as much as you want. And it's part of the lightning lane fee. So, and that's why we did even the
photo excursion.
Photo excursion.
Because it's for APs and anybody that bought lightning lane. So you get perfect photos every time. So.
Yeah. So, and it's not just your attraction photos that you have lightning lane for. It is all of your photo pass photos.
Mm-hmm. So use it up.
If what we're saying to you sounds like absolute chaos and you're like, hey, I want to take advantage, but I don't want to figure it out myself, we have friends who can help you figure it out. They can walk you through the process and tell you how to do it. So we're going to listen to our sponsor, Getaway Today.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So, go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. Alright, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Definitely book your next vacation with Getaway Today. Let them know that we sent you, and let's jump back into our news. So we got some cruise news, some cruise dining news. Courtney, what do we find out?
So unfortunately, it is something we never really like to hear, but Disney Cruise Line is increasing pricing for adult dining at Palo Steakhouse, Remy, and Enchante with staggered rollouts across the fleet. Palo and Palo Steakhouse will increase $5 to $55, and the prefix dinner menu will also increase $5 to $55. There is Remy on board Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy. Both the base prices increase for each of these upscale dining experiences. There will increase from, so the 3-star restaurant, France. Remy Champagne Brunch will increase $5 to $85, and Remy Dessert Experience will increase $5 to $70, and the prefix Remy Dinner will jump $10 to $145.
I saw a comment when I was reading about this that said, if $5 is going to break your bank, you're probably on the wrong cruise line.
Exactly. It is a bummer, but I mean, if you have sailed so much that you're platinum, you still get, I believe, that perk of having like a free Palo dinner. Even though they increase the price, it should still cover it. So
let me just say, like, if you are one of the ones that love Palo or love Remy, $5 ain't gonna assuage you.
Yeah.
From going to that. But, you know, maybe it will. I don't know. But Palo and Remy are really good restaurants. The people there are so knowledgeable about what they're serving you. And if you love food, if you're a foodie, if you're a fancy foodie, I mean, prices are going up on everything.
Yeah.
I thought food was like included on cruises.
It's only for the adult dining. It's the specialty restaurants on the Disney cruises that are paid for, not included with your cruise. There are still restaurants that are included with your cruise. There's no need to go to Palo. There's no need to go to Remy. It's not something they force you to do. But there are people that do go to Palo and Remy on cruises, every cruise they go on. So it just depends.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
No,
Sorry.
Every cruise line has, upscale dining that you have to pay for. So Disney's no different.
It's just a signature experience.
Yes.
But it is like the Palo brunch is like a 3-hour experience. So it's just, you get what you pay for. Enchante is going to increase by $10, bringing both the base price for Enchante lunch and Enchante dinner to $145. While it's not mentioned, it is expected the Disney Destiny will launch later this year with the same pricing for Palo, Steakhouse, and Enchante. The staggered pricing increase rollout begins with the Disney Wish on June 20th, followed by the Disney Treasure on the 21st. The Disney Dream will see an increase starting June 26th, followed by the Disney Magic on June 27th. The Disney Wonder will see the increase starting June 30th, except for the Australia-New Zealand sailings. And the Disney Fantasy will increase starting November 16th, following the dry dock and transatlantic cruise, starting with the first voyage from Port Canaveral. Mm-hmm. So Disney Fantasy, which we're going on in February, is going to dry dock to get all of the new restaurants and new suite in the funnel suite. They're going to put it in there. So.
We will not be going to Palo. It's a new ship, so we want to try all the restaurants on the new ship. So we won't be going to Palo. But yeah, Palo's great though if you love steak and food and fancy food. That's just not our palate. But we have been to Palo.
We did Palo dinner on the Wonder, and we did Palo brunch on the Wish. Right?
Yes.
So we've done Palo.
Yeah. We haven't done Remy yet, but Remy's much more expensive than Palo. Yeah.
Speaking of things that are new, we're going to see a new facade for Halloween Horror Nights. They're saying Gothic nightmares are taking over. The entire park is getting a haunting makeover. Think crumbling stone, twisted roots, stained glass gargoyles. And that's just going to be the entrance. So this year's theme will thread through scare zones, merch, and more, turning Universal Studios Florida into one massive immersive horror garden. And Joey's the only one who's really not creeped out by any of this stuff. So there's that.
Too bad that's the Orlando one, not the Universal.
That's the Orlando one, yes.
I have seen Mondo posting they're constructing the Jason stuff already. So
yeah. So
trees, but
speaking of that, we now have 6 areas that we can talk about. So they've got the Grave of Flesh, Dolls, Let's Play Dead.
Those sound terrifying.
My computer does that.
Samantha.
Yeah, that's terrifying, Sam. I can't see that.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we have, let me pull that back up because you really don't want to see it. Okay, so yeah, we've got the Grave of Flesh, which was the newest announcement. We have Dolls, Let's Play Dead, Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters, El Artista, A Spanish Haunting, and Fallout, and Jason, the Friday the 13th universe. So we've talked about all of those pretty much already on the show, minus the ones that they introduced this week since our last recording. So Grave of the Flesh, Dolls, Let's Play Dead, and Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters.
Is Dolls Let's Play Dead the Megan thing?
No, it just says that you're about to become doll-sized and be hunted by toys that have been burnt, melded, and stitched together by a twisted little girl.
Oh,
so it's
Sid.
version of Sid. Yeah.
Okay, Sid. We're gonna be taunted by Sid, an evil version of Sid, because Oogie Boogie has Sid already, and he just kind of makes fun of you. I think I'll take that version.
It's like that Geico commercial with all those dolls in the attic when the person bought the new house. I like the Spanish one. Sounds cool because like as a young kid that grew up in Mexican culture, all kids are scared of Kukui coming to get you. So we're going to see him.
No, thank you.
Speaking of something I'm going to have to go see because I'm the closest, so I'll have to talk about it.
Yeah.
We talked last week about how they are doing Universal Horror in Vegas, and they are building a structure where they have 4 haunted houses and they're able to change those haunted houses and make it crazy scary. Well, they just announced that they're bringing one to Chicago. So Chicago's getting a very similar experience. I'm a little excited. I'm a little scared. But my best friend loves that kind of stuff, so I'm sure she'll hold my hand. But Kevin made a very good point today. The Vegas one hasn't opened yet. It opens in July, I believe. I can't remember what date.
In August.
In August. August 1st, maybe. I think it was
early August, I think.
Early August. And they're already deciding they're going to build another one in another major city. So their pre-sales must be damn good.
Oh yeah. I think once I saw the Chicago announcement, I'm like, they're going to get at least maybe 5 total across the country, not including Universal in Florida and California. So
that's freaking exciting for them. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, as a Disney fan, it's like, wait, Disney tried to do this and it didn't go well, but Disney Quest, but
Disney did it inside with like virtual reality that was way like before its time. So I understand why it didn't do well. Where this is just like horror mazes that everybody who likes horror likes to go through. So you really can't do no wrong here.
Oh, Disney Quest, it was ahead of its time and it got dated fast too at the same time. But like you said, this is something that's going to be great because also Vegas also has that the area 151.
Area 51,
Area 51.
Yeah.
But they're doing a John Wick experience. They're doing like 3 other big experiences. So this is cool.
And they already tested this out when they did a year-round Walking Dead at Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, it did get a little stale, and people were like, really? We have to go through this again? But, like, they can literally change it out if they want to.
And
so
they
already did the test round. Like, they've already done the testing, with the Walking Dead being year-round at the park. So I feel like they had enough data to know that, like, wherever they put this, it's going to do well.
Yeah, Chicago's a great city to do it in too.
Yeah,
and I think that's
is it because Chicago's scary?
No, I like Chicago. I was there. I like it.
It's scary. That's a little
scary.
But
it's central. It's central, so you'll get. But I think
I'm sure. Well, like I said, I'm sure they'll put one in New York.
I was just saying New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
The Salem Witch is going.
Hey, that'd be cool.
But yes, they can do all of the moppy stuff. Also,
as it is right now, you've got like the East Coast going to Chicago and the West Coast going to Vegas. So
I was watching. I was just thinking about when I was watching Ironheart, and I was like, "Well, you got to see what Chicago's like on a daily basis there."
Yeah.
Right.
Drive by.
So I'm looking at their pre-sale website for tickets right now. And they open August 14th, but it looks like they're closed like Tuesdays and Wednesdays most months, except for October. They're only closed Tuesdays. It doesn't look like anything has sold out for like general admission, but they do have a Nevada ticket and an unlimited ticket, and prices vary on what day you go. So
awesome. Thanks for looking that up for us. Speaking of someone else that loves monsters, we know someone that loves to draw monsters.
Yeah, we do.
And put them on cups.
And put them on cups and shirts.
And sweaters. Don't forget sweaters.
We need to get him to start making some Sunken City boxers or something. So let's hear from Sunken City Design.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thief? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. You like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh, yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. You ever cold? Get yourself a sweatshirt from SunkenCityDesign.com. Also, Wall-E. That's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right, if you also like Walt's apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? SunkenCityDesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
We definitely appreciate Lou. So we've got some quick trips here to close out the show. Let's run through them really quick. Speaking of running through, something that runs through Walt Disney World Resort, the monorail system is being updated this week to feature logos that glow in the dark. So it'll be, Again, just a quick tip. So if you're looking at the monorail, you'll see that it is going to glow after this week.
Is that all the trains or just certain ones?
No, I said all of them.
All of them, yeah.
It says all 12 trains will be outfitted with.
Yep.
Just in Walt Disney World, though, right?
Yes, Walt Disney World. More Disneyland and Walt Disney World news. What do we got, Joey?
Yes, well, the best ingredient that goes with Jack Daniels is Coca-Cola. So they've got these new limited time exclusive Star Wars inspired bottles and cans coming to Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resort. And so I wonder if these are going to take a time out for the little thermal detonator size bottles.
Maybe.
But I can see a bunch of Star Wars collectors. I happen to do it myself, just having a stack of cans and stuff. But, we know Disney's long relationship with Coca-Cola. So, not a big surprise, but it's still kind of surprised
it
that
does look like they're in Batuu right now. Yeah. In that picture.
So, but it's Coke and Coke Zero. And going on. They even posted a little video here too. I won't do the audio, but they'll give you a little bit of a idea of what most of them look like because we got Cassian, they got some other characters and stuff here too. So
okay,
they're pretty cool.
On that, cool.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. So, and this kind of takes me back to, since I'm probably the only one that remembers the Phantom Menace when it originally came out, but Star Wars, they did Phantom Menace Pepsi bottles, but it was everything Pepsi owns, like Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper and stuff. So they had about 40 different cans and bottles of all the characters. So
interesting.
But that starts July 7th at both resorts.
Okay. Moving on to our next quick trip.
So this is for D23 gold members. So we all know that Disneyland's 70th birthday is on July 17th, which is coming up soon. So, and we know that we are anticipating the new show, Walt Disney: A Magical Life, which is the new Walt Disney animatronic show. So gold members are invited to get a sneak preview on July, or actually after it debuts. You get on the Friday afterwards. You get a preview of the show. It is in the morning, and you'll have a panel of experts who worked on the animatronics. They'll do that, and then you'll get to see the show in the morning, and then you'll go about your day because you do have to have a reservation for the park. And then at night, you come back and include it in your ticket because it is a extra purchase.
Paid event.
It is an extra paid event, yes, of $75 plus $3 processing fee always. You can come back at night and have reserved seating for World of Color, or if you're just at Disneyland, the Paint the Night Parade and Wondrous Journeys show. Although it does say on the website right now that the Paint the Night and Wondrous Journeys is sold out, but you can still get a ticket to see the show in the morning and then go to World of Color at night. So if you can get a reservation for the 18th and can go on the 18th, unfortunately, we already have tickets to go see, to to the park on the 15th and on the 19th. So we won't be going on the 18th, but I would have totally done this if I wasn't always already going on those 2 days.
And go see World of Color. The World of Color is amazing.
Yeah,
World of Color.
World of Color. And don't leave in the middle of the show. It drives me bananas.
And we get trip reports when you get to go. So, hey, we're benefiting even if you can't make it.
And,
all right.
And I think that part of the Q&A too will be the archive exhibit that's at the end or in the front, depending on how they're loading.
Yeah, probably.
Always back.
And last but not least, our last quick trip. Disney has shared a new and rare look inside of Walt Disney Feature Animation Florida at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So it's a cast member only location where they bring animated features to life. So I already know it's going to kick me out and tell me that, hey, this sign into Facebook thing, I'm not signed into Facebook on my computer, so it's not going to let me. But it's a cast member only area, and I'll have to work on that for our next recording.
They're having issues with OC register with that too.
The cool part is they have a conference room that they call the Cobra Bubbles conference room.
Yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
I was trying.
The walls. Yeah, you were trying to get to that photo, weren't you?
I was trying to get to the photo. It was. It's okay.
Your knuckles say Cobra.
Cobra Bubbles.
Yeah. They said, you're not a cast member. You can't have access to this. Sorry, ma'am.
Denied.
Hey guys, look at that. We
in an hour.
Hey. If you have enjoyed this episode, please scroll down on your podcast player and give us a 5-star rating. And if you have an extra minute to leave a written review or to share it with another theme park loving friend, that would be amazing. It only takes 2 seconds, and it tells Apple, Spotify, and all of the other players that we are doing something magical here. It helps out our channel tremendously. If you are checking us out on YouTube so you can see the visuals that we're sharing, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Be sure to check out our amazing sponsors, our free Discord, and our Patreon page for more details. Links to everything are in the show notes. And until next time, we'll see you in the parks.
Happy 626 Day.
That's right.
Switch on